So, unfortunately, I'm making this video. This is not the type of video that I like to make, but this is going to go over some bad news regarding upcoming festivals in Prodigy. As long as these stay true, then I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed in the next festivals. So, as you know, we just got Springfest in Prodigy, and many people, the majority of people, including myself, were disappointed with this year's task rewards. This was the first time that we did not get a new pet added to the Springfest rewards, or, any festival rewards. We got the re-release of Gatorade, which was, in fact, removed from Ocean Outfitters at the time of its re-release. But other than that, it is obtainable there, so it's not a good choice for a task reward. It was the stage reward for 2022's Springfest, so that's why it is back in here. And even though the other ones were okay, the Dyed Eggs and Benny Bunny, I just very much dislike the fact that there was no new pet and that Gatorade was re-released, and unfortunately, we're going to be seeing this in upcoming festivals unless Prodigy does something about that. And it would be nice if, us as a community could convince them to change this instead of doing it. But this is what I would expect for the festivals. Not what I want, but this is what I would expect going into the next festivals is going to happen, even though I think it's definitely a bad idea. So we have leaks today coming from David A's video. That's where these images are coming from, and they are talking about, they are showing the upcoming task rewards for the next festivals, and it seems to be going in a cycle. Unfortunately, we will not be getting any new pets in any of these festivals, and we will be getting plenty of re-releases. So let's just go ahead and break down what has been found. Again, I do not like talking about this. I don't like to report on bad news in Prodigy, but I'm making this video in hopes partially that Prodigy can change this and will change this, because people don't like that, and Prodigy, they wouldn't want people to not like what they're doing with the game, so in a way, they should definitely fix this, but I would not be surprised if they didn't, and this is what we see in the upcoming festivals, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So the next festival that we have coming up after Springfest is Summerfest, and we assume that'll either be starting in July or August. Last year it started in August, so I wouldn't be surprised if it started in August. Springfest started pretty much a whole month after it did last year, so who knows what it's going to be. They seem to be pushing the festival dates back a lot. I just don't think they can change Pumpkinfest's date at all. It can't happen after Halloween. So let's talk about Summerfest 2024's task rewards. So be prepared for some disappointment if you want new pets and items and things like that. So it has been revealed that the task rewards for 2024's Summerfest are going to be Sunworks, like usual, the watermelon rug furniture item, the tropical fish buddy, and Scoville as the pet. Now, my thoughts on this: I'm glad to see the watermelon rug being re-released. That was from the Food Fight Arena season, and it definitely makes sense to be put inside Summerfest since there are so many watermelon themed items already in the festival. So I do think that's a great idea to have that one as a task reward, but still I would like new items to be added. The tropical fish as the buddy, that was from 2022's Summerfest, and it has been unobtainable since then. So I guess that will be good to have it be obtainable again, but I really want a new buddy again. But it looks like we're getting the tropical fish re-released for Summerfest 2024 after its initial release in Summerfest 2022. And Scoville is getting re-released as well. That means it will have to be removed from the Hot Threads shop, which is where it is right now, and it'll be removed since Gatorade was removed from Ocean Outfitters. That will happen, and Scoville will be the pet reward for Summerfest 2024, just like it was the pet reward for Summerfest 2022. So, in my opinion, pretty much the only acceptable one of these is the watermelon rug, as it is a re-release of an old item that hasn't been obtainable in the festival before. So that's pretty much the only one that I'm okay with here, even though I already have it personally, so I wouldn't be getting anything new. But that's going to be pretty common, at least for me, in these festivals. If you haven't played them before, then this is great for you because you're getting items that you haven't had before. But for those who have been playing for multiple years, then you'll be getting some re-released items. So now let's go ahead and talk about the Pumpkinfest 2024 rewards. Actually, wait, before I talk about that, I want to point out that the Summerfest rewards, they're going to be cycled like the rest of these are. So it seems in Summerfest 2025, we're going to be getting the Summerfest 2023 rewards, which is the Sea Slug and the Picnic and Gelish. So I think we might be getting those in Summerfest 2025, but that is quite a ways away, and we don't have to be talking about that right now. But on to Pumpkinfest 2024. It looks like we are going to be getting some re-releases as well. We're going to be getting the Batworks. We are going to be getting the Comfy Spidey furniture item, the Crow Buddy, and Magnome as the pet. So my thoughts on these are, of course, Batworks as usual, that's fine. The Comfy Spidey is a bit odd because that one was never a task reward, but it was added to the Pumpkinfest shop in 2021. So it was added for 2021's Pumpkinfest, and then when 2023's Pumpkinfest happened, it was removed from the shop for an unknown reason, and it appears that this was the reason, so that it could be added as a task reward for 2024's Pumpkinfest. And I don't really like that. I think it should have stayed in the shop, and then, of course, had a new one be added, because I'm going to say it a lot, I want the new items. I want everything to be new, not recycled, and that is why this is bad news in my opinion. The Crow is, of course, recycled from 2022's Pumpkinfest. It was the buddy from there, and it has also been unobtainable since then, just like the Tropical Fish. So it'll be obtainable again for the month of October when Pumpkinfest happens, but then it'll become unobtainable, I assume, after that. But, of course, we'll be seeing these things play out later this year, and we're getting Magnome re-released. So it seems like that was expected, since we had Gatorade and Scoville all from 2022. These were all the pets from 2022 festivals, and it looks like we're getting them all re-released, unfortunately, in the cycle of like every 2 years is what it appears to be. So Magnome would get removed from Sky High values, and then, I guess, added back when Pumpkinfest is over. Now we get into 2025 rewards, and we are going to look at the Winterfest 2025 upcoming rewards. Those include the Icy Works, which is normal, the Melting Snowman furniture item, the Gift Box Buddy, and Tortoise as the pet. So again, more re-releases from the previous festival. This is the recycle from 2023's Winterfest, pretty much, because it is an every 2 year cycle. That's what it appears to be. The Melting Snowman furniture item was actually from 2021's Winterfest, 2022's Winterfest. That's right. That's when it started happening in January instead of December. So that was added to the shop then in 2023, and then this year's Winterfest saw it removed from the shop. And so just like the Comfy Spidey, that was for it to be re-released as a task reward. And again, I don't like that. It should have just stayed in the shop and we get another new item. The gift box buddy was the buddy for 2023's Winterfest. That's going to be recycled, just like the crow and the tropical fish. It has been unobtainable since its festival, so that'll be obtainable again for a month. And then talking about Tortoise unfortunately can be rescued in Shiverchill Mountains and Skywatch, I believe. So that will just, I guess it doesn't have a shop to be removed from, so I'm assuming that it'll just be obtainable that way again. I don't like this one bit. I know this long video is not necessarily a very long video, but it is talking about, like, I don't like this. Prodigy really needs to fix this, but unfortunately I don't think they are. I think they've made up their minds, and this is how festivals are going to be from now on. Recycled rewards and not new rewards, and that's terrible. I'll talk more about that after I go over the last finding that we have, which is for 2025's Springfest, so that'll be about a year from now. We'll be talking about this and getting these rewards. 2025's Springfest is going to be a recycle from 2023's Springfest. We'll be getting the Flower Works. We will be getting the Emblem of the Breaker furniture item. I'll talk about that in a minute. We will be getting the Quill and Scroll buddy and Cloverat as the pet. So of course Flower Works are normal. They're going to be in all the task rewards. The Emblem of the Breaker is an unreleased furniture item. If you did not know, it was added in early 2022 and it has been unreleased, remained that way, and I'm actually glad about this. I like that this is a task reward for Springfest. It really needs to be released. It's just one of the ones that has not been yet, and it looks like in a year from now, in 2025's Springfest, it will finally be released. The Emblem of the Breaker, keep that in mind. So that is at least a new item. The Quill and Scroll buddy was the buddy for 2023's Springfest, so it has been unobtainable since then. It looks like it will be unobtainable up until 2025 Springfest. And Cloverat, of course, that's the same deal, except Cloverat has not been added in any other way to any other shop, so it is unobtainable. So that'll be just a way to, like, it'll be a continuation of that, and you'll be able to get Cloverat and Vermeadow again for 2025 Springfest. And that is all the official things that we have that Prodigy has put in the code so far. But I think we can assume 2025's Summerfest is going to be a recreation of 2023's Summerfest. So we'll be getting the Sea Slug and Picnic, unless they add a new item or something like the Emblem of the Breaker, which I really hope they do. We need at least something new, but it'll be a long time, apparently, before we get those things. 2025's Pumpkinfest will likely be the 2023's Pumpkinfest with, like, Were-Rat and the Cauldron, and that was Plushkin. I'm assuming that'll be that. 2026's Winterfest will be 2024's, so that would be Comedy and those ones. And then I assume 2026's Springfest will be 2024's Springfest, and that's this year's. So as long as these things carry on, we can pretty much predict what it's going to be, because it'll be a 2-year cycle, and I really hope that this is not what happens, because Prodigy, there is still time to change this. It's kind of ruining some of the magic of the festivals. Whenever they come up, it's great because there's a new pet to be obtained, a new pet and its evolution. It's a unique new thing that's been created, and there are new buddies, furniture items, etc. to be obtained through the festivals as well, and it's a big mistake to not have that. I'm not sure why you wouldn't, unless like they're running out of ideas, but I think there always needs to be a new pet, and unfortunately I can report that this does not look like it'll be the case. We'll see what happens throughout the rest of the year and into 2025, because I assume these things are going to be coming true as long as Prodigy doesn't change their mind, which I do hope they do. But I still do want to see the emblem of the breaker. That's what I want most out of all of these. So Prodigy, please keep that in some way, shape, or form for 2025 Springfest. But anyway, this was, again, not so happy of a video. It was not news that I wanted to report on, but I felt necessary. I feel like it's necessary to report on, and I really hope it doesn't happen. So I've been talking about this for a while. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts on these potential upcoming task rewards for the next festivals. I only say potential because Prodigy could change their minds. Other than that, this seems to be confirmed for what we are going to be getting for the rest of the year and somewhat into 2025. So go ahead and let me know your thoughts about these in the comments and what you would actually like to see from festivals instead of what these are, or if you're okay with seeing these because you like re-releases or you haven't gotten them already. So again, let me know all of your thoughts in the comments.